Hey everybody, just wanted to do a video here. This is my newest pistol. This is a Beretta PX4 in 9mm, and this is the C version. As you can tell, there is no safety or decocker on the slide. It is a completely slick slide. And what makes the C version unique is that it runs in a half-cock position. So when the slide cycles, you can see the hammer goes to the half-cock position there. And I'll just show you guys that the chamber is in fact clear. And so what happens is it stays in that position and then it cams back to the full and then it fires. So you can see here it's resting and then the trigger is dead. So the slide does need to cycle to go back to that half cock position, and then it does fire again. As you can see, this has some aftermarket. I bought these off eBay, I think from the company called Grip-On. These are like a Talon style grip and they're rubberized, and I bought the gray version. These come in black or gray. I just thought the gray would be cool because I don't have any other pistols with a gray grip, so I thought that would look kind of neat. This is the medium backstrap that's installed. The large would have more meat on it that would come up here on this version, on this part of the tang, to increase the length of pull for the trigger and also thicken the grip up some. The small basically gets rid of a little bit of that curvature and just comes more like a Vertex style grip, from those of you that are familiar with those in Beretta. There are 3 different size mag release buttons that are available, although they are sold out right now through Beretta. I saw something that maybe in different country versions that they ship on this, they came in the box with the gun, but this one did not, and my other one my compact version of this pistol that I had before did not either. This factory one's fine. You can see it is raised up off the side of the grip, so it is easy to actuate when you are in full firing grip. The other nice thing about the C version is it's not ambi for that slide release, and it's not a gigantic slide release. It sticks out a little bit, as you can see there, but it is not obtrusive in any way. Front cocking serrations, rear cocking serrations. You may have seen this is 17 round mags here. You can see the 17 there. This version was a law enforcement version that I picked up through Arms Unlimited for a smoking price, and these have a $75 mail-in rebate on them right now too, so bonus for me. But so this came with 3 magazines, so 3 17-round magazines here. And you can see this had factory 3-dot. These are just painted white sights, and I put some of my trusty Sinful Colors Professional dollar store bright fluorescent orange nail polish. Use a toothpick, drip that in there, and it gives you a really nice sight picture when you are shooting outdoors or in the fluorescent lights at the range, and when you do indoor IDPA and stuff like that, or indoor range shooting. You can see the PX4 rotating barrel mechanism there, so the barrel stays in line. It doesn't tilt like the Browning style. And cocking serrations front and rear again, both sides. Takes down just like a Glock. The nice thing is you do not have to pull the trigger, so you can just push it off and it'll just slide off, and then you can see the locking mechanism, and then here is your frame. One thing on reassembly on these, when you're putting the slide back on, is I find that you have to put some pressure right there, and then it will slide back on and you're ready to rock again. So one of the modifications that I did, and I have done to these all my PX4s, is that the hammer spring on these is full power. So when you get this, the trigger pull is really not that great, but all you do is you can either cut 2.5 coils off the factory one, or order the Beretta 8000 or the Stoeger Cougar D version, which is the double action only version hammer spring, and it's basically the same length as what this would be if you cut the factory spring down. And on this one, actually, what I have installed in here is a 92 92 hammer spring that I cut down to the measurement of the 8000 hammer spring, the D version. So if you follow me what I just said right there, it actually results in an excellent trigger, and hopefully no light primer strikes, but we'll find out after I go put some rounds through this. So this is kind of a cool pickup, so I'm pretty pleased with it. I had that one, the compact version, before, and I sold it because some guy really wanted it, and you know, so when this one came up, I was happy to grab it because it has that slick slide on there and a kind of a unique version of this pistol. So here's just a comparison here. This is my Glock 17 that I chopped down to 19 length. So you can see that is shorter. Let's put a Glock 17 mag in it that I got out right here, and you can see that will stick out. So 17 and 17. Let's put this mag back in real quick and look at grip length difference here. So you can see if the 17 round Glock mag is in, lining up the top of the sights, they would have the same length. Being that I cut mine down to a 15, you can see that it's considerably shorter. Now the PX4 has a 4-inch barrel, whereas the Glock 17 has a 4.5-inch barrel. So if we line up sight pictures there, you can see the Glock is longer. But if you go to the back of the tang there, beaver tail tang area, you can see that they are pretty much identical in length almost. There it is. So gives you an idea. This is, of course, is the full-size version, so that makes sense that the Glock 17 and this would come in pretty similar in size. Grip width is going to be identical. So let me slide my scale over here and we'll take some measurements here. Weights. So with an empty mag that is coming in at 1.739 pounds, let's change that to ounces, 27.83 ounces. Let's take the magazine out, and we are at 24.73 ounces. So service sized, but slim with nothing hanging off of it. So I would I got a Safariland 6378 for this. I got it through Amazon Warehouse, and it came, and did not like it at all. It was super tight fit. It has that suede liner on that particular holster, and when you would go to push this in till it clicked, it would actually push the slide up about that far out of battery, and you'd have to put your hand here and push that down like this. So I sent that back today. Actually, I boxed that up, and I have the, maybe you guys have seen it, I think it's called a Hogue Power Speed concealment holster. Basically, it's the same thing. It's got a thumb drive button right here that you push and it pops the gun out. But the nice thing about that is that it locks on the trigger guard like most other retention holsters do, whereas the 6378 locks onto your ejection port. So I saw that guys that were running these, it was beating the snot out of the finish on the barrel. I mean, this Brunaton finish that Beretta offers isn't the greatest anyway, and you can see I just have some oil on there and stuff from when I just pulled it apart. But so yeah, I want to kind of protect the finish. So we'll see how that Hogue goes. When that comes in, I'll do a video on that holster. But I just kind of wanted to show you guys this gun and show you some features that you may not be familiar with on the Type C version. So thanks for watching. Always appreciate a thumbs up button. You guys take care. Shoot safe.